Hello, I am Alan Daryl Miko from Mechatronics 3A. Welcome to our discussion on the refrigeration cycle. Today, we'll explore how refrigeration systems work to cool spaces and preserve perishable goods. So, at the heart of every refrigeration system is a cycle composed of four main components: the compressor, condenser, the expansion valve, and the evaporator. First, let's start with compressor. The compressor, this component is like the heart of the system. It like beats. As it compresses the refrigerant gas, raising its temperature and pressure. Raising its temperature and pressure from 300 to 500 psi or pound per square inch. That's quite a lot, bro. Next, the high pressure, high temperature refrigerant gas flows into the condenser. Here, the condenser. The gas releases heat surrounding air or water, causing it to condense into a high pressure liquid. So, from compressor to the condenser, then the fan rejects heat. Then, after it comes here, it becomes a high pressure liquid. From condenser, the high pressure liquid refrigerant travels through the expansion valve or thermal expansion valve, or commonly known as TXV, capillary. You know. This valve regulates the flow of refrigerant into the evaporator, where it undergoes a drastic pressure drop. Pressure drops from 300 to 500 psi down to 50 to 85 psi real quick, bro. As the liquid refrigerant enter the evaporator, it evaporates into a low pressure gas. This phase change absorbs heat from the surrounding air or substance, cooling it down. So, it's like sucking the air, the heat, and the moisture in the room to make it colder. Finally, the low pressure refrigerant gas returns to the compressor from here to here, and the cycle begins anew. This continuous process allows the refrigeration system to maintain low temperature and keep spaces cool. So, from compressor again to condenser to the TXV, the evaporator, and again to the compressor. It's like circling around in a cycle continuously. And remember, we have two sides of the refrigeration cycle. We have the high side and the low side. Well, the high side just means it's the high temperature, high pressure, and the low side is the low pressure and low temperature. And there you have it, the refrigeration cycle explained, where it's keeping your food fresh or cooling your home. Understanding this cycle helps us appreciate the marvels of modern refrigeration technology. Yeah. I'm Alan Darani po from Mechatronics 3A, and I will discuss to you the refrigeration system. So we have four major parts, which is the compressor, condenser, the TXV, and the evaporator. So first we'll start with compressor. The compressor compress the freon to high pressure to and high temperature. So from compressor to the condenser, condenser with the high pressure and high temperature freon, it rejects heat away. Then from compressor to the condenser is the high side of the refrigeration system, which means it has the high pressure and high heat, which is from the high pressure of 300 psi to 500 psi. And we have our low side, which is the TVX to the evaporator, which is 50 to 85 psi. So the TXV is the thermal expansion valve, is where the high pressure liquids become vaporized and lower the pressure and lower the temperature and move to the evaporator, where evaporator collects the heat and humidity in a room, absorbs the heat because of the cold freon, then in turn is move it back to the compressor to be compressed in high pressure and high temperature, again back to the condenser to reject heat. This is the low side and this is the high side. That's all. Thank you. Good night. Oh my God! Wait. Paano ko tatanggal itong cellphone ko dito sa pinto? Paano mag-video mga guys? Haha. Paano mag-video mga guys? Haha. Okay. Ang galing!